Oh, God. Not having the best start to this, but that is okay. That is okay. We're good. You need to GTFO out of here. That's a joke. Going to... Just like my mic is just like, hi. How are ya? Sorry. Okay. Stream is good. Well, I mean, stream is mid, but looks like we're good to go. Look how fluffy my hair is because I kept it in a bun all day while I was sweating at work. Okay. That... we could do better. I really wish my camera would keep its settings instead of just forget every time I restart the stream. Okay. Sorry if it's making some unwanted noises. I'm trying to make sure this microphone is set up good. Okay. Okay. Confirm. Okay, I think we're good to go. Took some time, but we're good. It's good. Alright. Okay, as you can see here, we have the game ready and good to go. So, controller working. Whoops. Alright. There we go. I don't 100% recall what we did, but we'll figure it out.
Hey, Freddy.
It's loud.
Have you been waiting up this whole time?
Yeah? A goat man sends you off into the night. Your life is on the line. And I'm gonna, what, sleep? I was so worried after you left, and... well, I also felt like crap. You were right to be mad. I said I'd support you as your friend, and I didn't.
As just a friend.
Like that. I just had this image of you being swept off into some new world without me.
Yep. Well, okay. Hold on, putting that down. You're forgiven. I should apologize, not you. I can't do this without you.
I get it, Fred, but I do need you. I don't know if I can do this without your help.
I do know more when it comes to Greek mythology.
Ah.
Though I don't know if that last word applies now that we...
Just say you'll help me. I beg you.
Isn't that a given? Just tell me what happened since I saw you last. Huh. Persephone runs a club called the Underworld. That's a little on the nose.
I wouldn't suggest saying that to her face.
And you ended up siding with Apollo?
Yep.
Lord of the Sun, god of prophecy?
He's hot.
Do you trust him?
Where's the hell yes, he's hot option?
I'm not sure. I think so. It doesn't seem like he's lying, but he's hard to read.
Famous last words.
Tell me about it.
So, what are your options? You need to go back to Apollo's place, right?
Yep.
I could go back to the underworld. Make sure Persephone isn't taking my decision personally.
Oh, and, there's this. Pan left a card, says, "Come by Olympus." I doubt he means the mountain in Greece.
Huh. I wonder what he wants.
Probably to cash in his precious favor.
Still not a fan?
You know how some people just set your teeth on edge? That's Pan. I can't help it. But it doesn't matter. I said I'd help, and that's what I'll do. You can count on me, Grace.
Thanks, Freddy.
The muse? Oh, the embodiment of inspiration. Can you believe it?
Yeah, kinda.
Talk to Apollo. Have the right one selected. Yes, talk to Apollo. Yes. Go. Oh, it wants me to actually click it. Okay. Yes. Hey,
Grace,
hottie.
you're back. That's good. I was just about to call you.
He means he wants me to call you because Paul here still hasn't figured out how to use a phone.
That's not true. I know how. I just don't like them. They're confusing. Anyhow, I've been contemplating our list of suspects, and I think Pan is someone we need to consider.
Hold on, what's this about phones?
Wait. You don't like phones?
I just don't like talking to people I can't see.
No, it's the ringtones. They scare the crap out of him. I
That's
kid you
fair.
not.
I'm not frightened. Only a child would be frightened. They're just very loud.
Yeah.
Can we
They're
return to the
adorable.
subject of Pan, please?
I thought you just counted Pan.
Why Pan? I thought you'd rejected him as a suspect.
Persephone did, but I've had time to think it over. Pan is a schemer, a traitor in favors. He always has been. His sudden appearance in all this cannot be coincidental.
You think he could have killed Calliope after all?
Perhaps. Or he knows who did and is trying to turn it to his benefit. He always knows more than he pretends.
You should know. Pan asked me to meet him at Olympus.
Jesus Christ, my hair today.
I'm not sure why.
Wait, he wants to see you again? I don't like this.
Why, you jealous?
Why? Is he that bad? Should I not go?
No. Perhaps it's best that you do, even if it's just to find out what he wants and why. Aphrodite is holding a party of sorts, one you should attend. She is closest to Pan. Indeed, she knows almost all the idols. If anyone is up to something, she's bound to know.
What do you mean by a party of sorts? I mean, I'm always down for a party, but
It's more of a remembrance than a party, really. It's
A funeral?
difficult to describe.
that's awfully vague, Apollo.
It'll be easier to see for yourself. It's nothing you can't handle.
You know Aphrodite better than I do. Can't you talk to her?
Well, talking to Aphrodite isn't something anyone does with much success these days.
Well, if that's the case, what makes you think I'll get anywhere?
There's a standing invitation for the Muse to attend this party. Calliope never went, so Aphrodite will be thrilled to see you. Trust me. If I thought you couldn't get her to talk, I wouldn't suggest it.
I still have that invitation from Pan. Maybe it'd be easier if I just went to see him.
You could, but would you believe anything he had to say?
Well, I could always beat the truth out of him.
Well, whatever you do, be careful. I still think Aphrodite is our best bet.
Okay, I'll go.
Rox, hi,
Eventually.
buddy. It's been a while.
Perfect. I will see you there.
Paul, you should see this. The names you wanted me to look up are getting weird results.
I don't doubt it. I was hoping you could...
Get over here!
No worries, Paul. I'll see you later.
Yes, hi, Rox. I'm very sorry about the me go away long time thing, but long story short, I took a week break because I needed it. Then I was supposed to go home for a family emergency. I couldn't do that because I got COVID, and then after that, I still had to go back for my family emergency. So that was 3 weeks of just not what I thought it would be. But I'm back now. Excuse me. Oh, he's here too. We're trying to get Apollo.
Fancy party? Check.
In
Bunch of
case you haven't guessed.
strangers? Check. Grace totally not dressed for the occasion? Check. Now, if only I knew what I was supposed to be doing here.
Grace, you made it. I'm so glad. I was beginning to wonder.
You didn't say this was a fancy party. I feel a little underdressed.
Grace, look at me. I didn't even button up my shirt.
Oh, I'm looking.
It's fine.
Why is everyone so quiet?
She's like, I'm.
I think someone
What?
died.
I should have told you about this earlier. I've been putting it off.
You're cute when you worry.
You're cute when you're all angsty. You get this little crinkle in your forehead.
Kind of cringe.
You might not think I'm so cute after I explain. You don't have any of Calliope's memories, right? No deja vu recollections that aren't your own?
No. Should I have?
Not right away. For a while, you won't remember anything. We call it the veil. In time, the veil will start to lift, slowly at first, but eventually you'll remember almost everything Calliope did.
I'm doing okay, Rox. Thank you for asking. I still have a slight cough from when I had COVID, but I'm gonna, I'm doing much better than I was 2 weeks ago, thankfully. I hope you're doing well. It's been a while.
That doesn't seem so terrible. Am I missing something?
Well, remember how old we all are.
Fair.
There are so many memories. So the veil lifts gradually to protect you. Eventually, it's like a flood. It becomes difficult to separate what's you and what's them, and all who came before them.
Okay, so this one's a very good question, but I like the badass one. This isn't gonna come off like aggressive, right?
I have a hard time believing I'll forget who I am.
You won't stop being you. You'll just also be everyone else who isn't you.
Yeah, I don't buy it.
I understand. Take some time to let it sink in. If you like, we can talk about it later.
Yes.
What does this have to do with the party?
Aphrodite hasn't been the same since we came to the New World. She has horrific memories of what she endured during the war. Passing on her eidolon is a way to forget, for a while. That's what this party is for.
I'm working graveyard 4 nights a week. Ooh. Yeah, you told me you left AC. I forgot what you said you left AC for, but... Jeez. Oh, wait, no. I think you said security, right? You were doing a security job, if I'm remembering that correctly? Maybe I got it for somebody else? I don't know. But, damn. I mean, I hope you're handling it well. I know that messes with your sleep schedule.
When you say she's gonna pass on her eidolon, you mean...
She's going to die, yes.
No, she's hot.
And pass her soul on to a chosen successor.
in front of everyone?
We're here to help, Grace. To make it easier for Aphrodite to do what she feels she must. We're here to say goodbye. At least for a while.
Oh, gas station. That's rough.
This isn't the first time Aphrodite's done this. She's held this kind of gathering before, right?
This is her fourth, I think, perhaps fifth.
So every time the veil, whatever you call it, when it starts to lift...
Aphrodite's memories return, and eventually it is too much. We gather to pay our respects and to honor the past. Well, she still remembers it.
So she offs herself because the memories become too much? Is that... Should Grace be knowing this? It seems a little too soon.
Wait. Calliope refused to come to these parties. That's what you said.
She refused on principle. Everything Calliope did was on principle. She believed Aphrodite was indulging her sadness, wallowing in it. She thought Aphrodite should try harder. It was a point of contention between them. Aphrodite will be grateful you're here. Trust me.
Oh, God. Sorry I'm like messing with my hair so much. It's just... Today was a no-wash day for my hair, so it's a little flat and it's kind of irritating me. I also had it up in a bun all day when I was working the warehouse, so it's a little curly.
Do you support what Aphrodite is doing here?
It's not my choice to make, Grace.
Yeah, but you must have an opinion.
Eventually you will remember what we experienced during the war. And eventually you will remember that what Aphrodite experienced was far worse. If this is the mercy she requires, I will not tell her she should not take it.
I will say, though, Aphrodite is the reason Medusa exists. Just saying. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Okay, so what did Aphrodite want Calliope to do? What does she want me to do?
Well, knowing
Sing?
Aphrodite, she'll want you to make a production of it all. She's not here just yet. Until she arrives, I suggest mingling.
Can I mingle with you? Just hang out? Do I have to talk to other people?
Mingling.
Yeah, mingling.
Oh,
Talk to
God,
Eros.
he's here.
Or we can talk more if you like.
Yes.
Just try to relax,
Talk
Grace.
to you all night.
Sure, yeah.
Please.
Relax. That's what this party is for, right?
Talk to Eros, talk to Apollo. Talk to Eros, the god of sex, or talk to Apollo, a sexy god. That one. Confirm. Yes. Talk, 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 talk.
I know all these people, Grace. For as long as I can remember, I've known them. Yet sometimes I feel like I don't know any of them at all. Or they me.
You don't enjoy these family gatherings, do you?
Are they family gatherings? Like the sort mortals have?
You call each other sister
Look,
and brother.
You're a simp.
Mother.
I was waiting for it. I knew it was going to happen.
Yes, but
And you've been together like 100 times longer than I lived with my family. All you're missing is a drunk uncle everyone has to apologize for.
Zeus.
that would be Pan.
Oh.
But yes, I feel very much out of place.
How adorably awkward of you.
You look like you're in physical pain just being here.
Oh, enjoying my discomfort, are you?
Yes.
Of course, it humanizes you. Makes up for all the abs on display.
Well, so glad you approve.
I should get back out there.
Nope. Back to talking to Apollo.
Back
Hi.
again.
I should get back out there.
No. I want to talk to Apollo. Alright, we'll talk to Eros. But I'm not going to flirt with him. Not this time.
Grace,
Hey, Eros. Nice to...
Christ.
Oh. Okay.
Aphrodite will be so happy you're here. It means so much, you have no idea.
I just got hugged by a bear. Are you okay?
Are you okay? You seem a bit...
Is Aphrodite
Every
his
time
mom?
she does this, I don't know how to handle it. I almost want to run upstairs and demand she stop. Remind her that this never works. Sorry, I shouldn't unload on you. It's been a bad week.
No, it's okay. It sounds like a bad situation.
Yeah, I guess you wouldn't know much about it, would you? I take care of Aphrodite. Ever since we came to the New World, I'm with her. Every single day. I'm there for the nightmares, the panic attacks, the days she doesn't even remember the war's over. And now I'm arranging her gathering again, so she can die again. And I'll watch it all again.
So, I'm sorry, I'm trying to Google something. Aphrodite in this game looks a lot like somebody, and I cannot for the life of me think of who. But, I mean, if anyone's watching, you'll see what I mean here in a minute.
Is there no other way? Does Aphrodite really need to...
To die? I've asked that so many times. She's tried magic, drugs, psychotherapy, meditation, everything we could possibly think of. But for a while, she'll deny anything's wrong. It all seems fine, and I start to hope. Maybe this time will be different. Then the nightmares begin, and the memories return. More with each passing day until... I hate it, but I see her agony. I can't deny her this.
Is it okay if I ask what happened? I don't mean to pry, but I'm new. I really don't know.
I know, but happened to Aphrodite, not me.
That's a good answer.
It's not my story to tell.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't know what happened, so she can't just assume that she can help. That's a little presumptuous. I'm sure we can probably figure out, but...
That's fair. It's really not my business.
No, it is not.
No, it is. I mean, it's not, but she does want you here. So you need to know. What happened
Did Calliope
is
do
that
something?
Brother Ares happened. He missed out on the first world-spanning war, you see. So he was damned if he'd miss out on the next one. He found some jackbooted mortals, so full of themselves and their supremacy. And he told them about the idols. Then they came for us. Took us completely by surprise. Some they killed, but Aphrodite, her they captured.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, that's horrible.
Aphrodite was captured, but she's here now. So she must have escaped.
she didn't. Do you know the name Hephaestus?
Sounds familiar.
No. Should I?
God of smiths. He could make anything, any tool or weapon. He was Aphrodite's husband,
That's
and he
horrible.
adored her. When he found out the mortals were torturing her, he went mad. He was determined to save her.
Wait, they tortured her?
Nothing extreme, I'm told. They were too frightened, but they were also determined to wring every last secret out of her. So, who knows how long that fear would have lasted. Thus, Hephaestus made a deal.
With the, jackbooted guys.
No, with their enemies. That's what saved her.
Then this deal is how Aphrodite survived.
It's how we all survived. It's what brought us to the new world. Hephaestus saved us all. We never saw him again. That was the deal. He would leave, make their precious weapons, and never look back. Aphrodite never even got to say goodbye. It's funny, because Aphrodite didn't even like Hephaestus when they were married. She seemed to resent every minute they were together.
Aw.
But now he's all she can think about.
Maybe I just don't understand, but... Isn't this... like, suicide?
Some of the idols have committed suicide. They let themselves die without passing on their eidolon.
What happens?
What you'd expect. They're gone. Forever. Mother says she can't do that. She won't. Not until she sees Hephaestus again, I suspect. Not that what's happening here is anything casual. She still has to die. For a while.
That's so sad.
What is my part in all of this? I'll help if I can.
Aphrodite loves drama. She always has. She wants us here to... well, to remember. To celebrate our history. She'll ask you to use your power as part of the celebration. Could you use it to inspire her?
I can't force anyone to do anything they don't want to, Eros.
That's
really-
not what I'm asking.
Sorry.
I believe that deep down, she doesn't want to do this any longer. She must see it isn't working. She just needs the strength to try. Or I hope that's all she needs.
It's not up to me, Eros. I can't make that decision for her.
I know. Neither can I. I was only hoping Aphrodite could make that decision for herself, if she was inspired.
I don't know.
That's a lot to put on Grace. I get that's his mother, but...
It's a lot to ask.
Yep, that's what I said.
I'll understand if you can't. All I want, one way or another, is to get through tonight.
Hey, I wonder what Apollo's doing. Hi, buddy. Oh, look at him sitting in the sunlight, all being all hot and stuff.
Back
Bastard.
again.
I spoke to Eros. He's pretty broken up over all this.
Oh, poor Eros. Each new successor, his hopes rise up once more. And then he watches the new Aphrodite crumble. Piece by piece. Only to start all over again.
How do those pants fit
It's so
him, man?
different from the olden days. Once he was the eternal disaster, and Aphrodite kept constant vigil over him.
What am I looking at?
Maybe he feels like he owes her.
I think he's followed her into a dark void, and somewhere, deep down, believes he deserves no better.
I should get back out there.
No, hold on. Wait. No, no! One more time. One more try. Just in case. Just to be sure.
Back again.
I should get back
Damn it.
out there.
Alright. Alright, Aphrodite. Hi, Yuri. Yes, the explanation of where I was, I'm guessing. So, condensed version is, I took a week-long hiatus. It was planned to be a week because, I was a little worn down from work and streaming and just personal stuff. And then a family emergency happened, so I had to go home, but I had to cancel that because I got COVID, so I had COVID for a week, tested negative, and then I still had to go home. So I went home for a weekend. So that's about 3, almost 4 weeks of thing after thing after thing. I know I haven't learned to spell in the time you've been gone. Ah, you're fine. No worries, but yes, that's where I've been. Okay, if you're watching, please take a look at Aphrodite, her, and tell me who she looks like because I cannot figure it out for the life of me. Is that the successor?
Having you all here, gathered once again to see me off, it moves me. More than I can say. My loves, my darlings, my dearest friends.
Who does she look like?
And you.
What?
Oh, my dear sweet thing. I dare not hope that you, with all your troubles, might sing me to my sleep. Yet here you are. Yet here she is. Huh.
It's lovely to meet you, Aphrodite. Properly, this time.
Ah, yes. Poor Calliope. Such a loss to us all. I shall miss her dearly. To have come so far, only... No, it doesn't bear thinking about. It's too much.
Is this Grace, my lady? The new muse?
Oh! What manners I have. Grace, Grace. Meet the lovely mortal woman who shall tonight become the new me.
She's so
Hi,
cute.
my name's Venus. And yes, it really is Venus. Nice to meet you, Grace.
I love her. Okay, so I feel like this is a good response, but
Hi. I have to admit, it'll be weird watching this happen the, proper way.
Because I'm chosen?
Yeah. I wasn't. Not like this, anyhow.
Yeah.
oh.
Lady Aphrodite told me. I'm so sorry. That sounds awful.
she's so cute.
There will be so
She's
much
gorgeous.
time for you lovelies to speak later. Now, we must prepare for my departure.
She's a little dramatic. I love it.
Are you sure we can't talk first? I really need your help, Aphrodite.
I know you do, my dear. I wish I could be there for you, but I'm afraid my time is up. But since you've shown such kindness in coming, I will ask Eros to make himself available to you afterwards. There's nothing I know that he does not. He is my son, my truest friend, my longest love.
Won't he be... a little distracted?
Eros has been through this before, Grace. He knows what must be done.
God, he's hot. I feel like I missed a lot of context of what the fuck is happening. Oh, right. You weren't here for the first video. So, Grace, this girl right here, she's the main character. She meets this girl named Calliope. Now, Grace is the lead singer of this band that they were trying to make, and Calliope shows up to this talent show, or audition for a new member of their band. They become friends, and then that night, Calliope shows up in Grace's apartment dying. Like, she's bleeding out of the stomach. And without giving her any context, turns out Calliope is a muse, you know, the Greek muses, one of the Greek muses, one of the last Greek muses, and gives up her spirit to Grace, making Grace become a muse, and then Calliope dies. Aphrodite, Hera, I think is it Hera? No. I think it's Hera, whatever. So a bunch of the Greek gods, including Apollo, Aphrodite, Persephone, and I want to say Hera. They are in this council, and they are trying to determine if Grace killed Calliope or if Calliope actually willingly gave her spirit to Grace. So far, Apollo is on my side. Persephone is on my side. Aphrodite is doing this, where she is about to kill herself so she doesn't have these horrible memories of what happened to her in the war before they, you know, in some war. We don't know which war that I know of. And then we have to just follow some clues and figure out why or who killed Calliope, basically. Long story short, trying to figure out who killed the muse that turned into Grace. Sorry, I ramble. That's basically what's going on.
Are you sure you want to go through with this? I mean, you seem okay.
Oh, thank you. I'm pleased to hear that my smile is still convincing.
Oh, I didn't mean to say it wasn't. It's just... This is a lot, isn't it?
Oh, is that a note of disapproval I hear?
Her eyes are so pretty.
It's not really my place to approve or disapprove, I guess.
I understand, and I appreciate your concern, but I don't want tonight to be about my pain. So I have nothing but smiles and love for all my family. Now, do you know the true purpose of this gathering? Have any of them told you?
Yes.
To ease your suffering? To forget about what happened?
An escape into the soothing blackness. To swim in Lethean waters. At least for a time.
Does it help?
I don't know. Each Aphrodite before me begged for mercy. This is all I can do for all of us. Even so, tonight is not about the pain. It is about honoring the memory of what was while that memory still persists. Go, enjoy the gathering, Grace. Tell me when you're ready to begin.
Let's talk to Venus. Because Venus is officially fucking adorable. Look, if you have gauges in your...
I should apologize, Grace. Saying that I was chosen like I'm somehow more special, I really didn't mean it that way. I hope you can... I'm sorry.
Love her. She's tattoos,
It looks
too.
like I'll be doing that a lot. Lady Aphrodite said I'm ready, but I don't know.
Having second thoughts? If so, now's probably the time to mention it.
I would never do that to Lady Aphrodite. I'm just nervous.
That's understandable.
If I can ask, what does it feel like after it happens? Do you feel different?
I'm not sure. It happened so fast, I didn't know what to think. Calliope died, and then... all this happened.
You didn't remember anything? About her? Who she was? She was just... gone?
Yeah. Isn't that the point of all this?
I just wanted to be sure. Sometimes it doesn't seem like it could be real.
How do you know Aphrodite?
How do you know Aphrodite exactly?
So I was working at this homeless shelter, right? A couple of years ago, and she came in with one of the older residents. And she was there in this, like, amazing dress.
Sorry.
And she's sitting with this guy and really listening to him. like they were old friends or something. I just thought, what is someone like her doing in a place like this? So, I just went over and introduced myself.
I need to get one of my
That's
cough
it?
drops.
Just like that.
Yeah. She came back to the...
Let me go get a cough drop. It is just sitting on, like, my bag of them sitting on the floor in my living room, so just give me a second. Should not be longer than a couple seconds. Okay. Alright, I am back. I have such bad sunburns all over my lower half of my body because I was kayaking with my mom last weekend. I'm crispy. Oh, whoop.
shelter a few times, but by then, I guess she'd taken an interest in me instead.
Your name's really Venus, huh?
Everybody asks me that. Even the other idols. Maybe that's why Lady Aphrodite noticed me in the first place. She says it was fated to be. I say it's because my mama was a diehard hippie.
By the way, I think Venus is the Roman name that was given to the goddess Aphrodite, if I'm correct.
Are you really okay with all this? You know what's gonna happen, right?
I saw a lot of people in crisis at the shelter. I knew something was wrong with Lady Aphrodite.
Thought I heard something.
She's in so much pain, Grace. She won't let you see how much. Errol's called me one night desperate. She wouldn't stop screaming. She didn't know where she was. She's a good person, Grace. A good soul. She deserves mercy.
Does anybody hear something in the background? Oh, okay, it's people talking in the background. Okay. I was very confused for a second. It is very low. Oops. Don't play my intro, please. Okay. It's probably just the people talking in the
I get
background.
that you want to help Aphrodite, but do you really want to be her? To be an idol?
I would.
At first I thought, wow, this is too good to be true. Who wouldn't want to be a god? Later I realized they're not all powerful. They don't know everything. They're lost. Do I want to be that? Will I be that when the memories return? I don't know.
So why go through with it?
Because Lady Aphrodite needs me. Maybe, just maybe, if I'm added into the mix of all the people she's been, maybe things will be different.
That's fair. I get why she thinks that.
Back again.
I don't think I'll have a chance to talk to Aphrodite. Not before, you know.
I was hoping she might have spared a moment.
What should I do?
You have two choices, Grace. Either you do as she asks and sing her to her rest,
At which point Venus won't have Aphrodite's memories yet.
or you somehow convince her to remain with us and hope she's grateful.
And doesn't regret it. Or get angry at me for ruining her party.
Do what you feel is right. It's a risk either way.
Have you spoken with Venus? She seems really...
Nice, earnest, a genuinely good person.
Yeah, I suppose.
It's not an accident. Ever since the war, Aphrodite has sought out the kindest, the most innocent souls to be her successors. She chooses them because she believes that over time, it might make her a better person. A more worthy person.
Wouldn't it be better if she chose people who were, I don't know, more resilient?
I suppose that depends on your definition of strength, Grace.
Good point.
I should get back out there.
No, wait, Apollo, wait, come back. Apollo. Flirt with him. One more time, please. Just flirt with him. Flirt with him.
Back again.
I should get back out
Damn
there.
it! Okay, go ahead, begin the ritual.
I have tried so hard, fought for so long, but in the end,
It doesn't even
I
matter.
must bid you all farewell once again. But before I go, I would like
That
us
was
all
intentional,
to
by the way.
remember the sacrifices that brought us here, to this strange new world. This time, it is with the help of our lovely muse that we shall be guided. We let them rise. We let it happen.
Oh, there's the lizard that snuck in my house.
We thought we shouldn't intervene. We were wrong. We were wrong.
And I don't know where he went. That's gross. There's a lizard in my
Since the
house.
beginning we were hidden. We held court from up above. 'Twas the golden age of reason, and I the queen of love. But a plague of hate was spreading, and there were vultures standing by. Before we fell to our knees begging, we fell from the sky.
I don't know where the lizard
We
went.
let them rise, we let it happen. We waited far too long. We thought we shouldn't intervene. We were wrong. We were wrong. We sought shelter from the shadows, but were soon ripped from the dark. Those mortal souls that ended us were jealous from the start. They hunted me for power to fuel their psychopathic cause. And once they fell before me and worshipped all I was, they chased me down and threw me in a cage, held me prisoner for so long. I thought I'd win their hearts again. I was wrong. I was wrong. I see you have the power. It's a poisonous reward. My virtues only scorn me when I was once adored. Loved by every mortal, then ripped from paradise. No one suffered greater till he made his sacrifice. The man that I ignored saved me when I fell. Yes, the husband I abhorred rescued me from hell. I thought it was a joke when it was said to me. He struck a deal with our enemy's enemy, made a secret weapon so my captors let me go. He gave up his freedom, leaving just a memory, and this love I'll never know is what he
You went through so much. Sympathy. Be nice about it.
I can't believe what I'm hearing today. If your story stops there, I've nothing to say.
fine.
I can't imagine.
There's no excuse but mortals can tell.
You know.
There's no sweet release, it's ongoing.
You know. You know.
Everyone's here to bid me farewell. Can you imagine
I can imagine.
this really happened? I won't let you weep, you know it's too late. Sing me to sleep, pity my fate. My memories won't let me be.
Lost in a moment, lost in a song. Lost in a moment, lost in a song. Lost in a moment.
I've never spoken, but this moment's long overdue. 'Cause think of the children as something a mortal would do. This really happens again and again. Stuck in a circle, denying our own memory. She won't look like you, but it's you who will see. Mother, don't want you to be
Lost in a moment, lost in a song. Lost in a moment, lost in a song. Lost in a moment.
Here we go. Oh shit. Getting angry.
There's fire in you yet. Aphrodite returns, she'll never forget.
Finally, we'll be free.
Lost in a moment, lost in a song. Lost in a moment, lost in a song.
Lost in a moment. Lost in a moment. Lost in a moment.
Is that it?
Mother, is it true? You've chosen to.
Live.
Yes!
I have chosen to live.
Yes! Sorry, Venus. You're very sweet, but yes!
I'm so sorry, Venus. I made you so many promises, dearest, and I won't be able to keep them.
My lady, all I ever wanted was for you to be happy. If this is your wish,
She's so
I'll be with you at every step.
I as well. Always.
I hope none of us regret this choice in the days to come. But thank you.
It has to be better than doing the same thing over and over.
Does it? It could also be far worse.
Don't talk like that, Mother. We can fight this.
I'm so very tired, my loves, but I will. I'll try. Now then, Grace. You needed my help. No doubt regarding Calliope's death. Have you any suspicions as to who might be responsible?
Not really.
I don't think it's
no.
Pam.
You're the first person I've asked. I'm told you know everyone.
Everyone. Now that's an exaggeration.
You do know everyone, Mother. You're always in their business.
That didn't sound entirely like a compliment, my love. Besides, I'm not the only one who's always in everyone's business, am I?
You're thinking of Medusa, aren't
Oh.
you?
No. Yeah, she fucked with Medusa.
Okay, I'll bite. Why would this Medusa be involved?
Don't act like you don't know who
And
she
why
is.
isn't she a suspect?
Mother has always distrusted Medusa.
For
She works
shitty
for
reasons.
Athena as a watcher. She's everywhere, lurking in the shadows.
Athena, that
If
was
you
her,
look
not
anywhere,
Hera.
Grace, start with her.
Come now, Mother. It's time you rested. It's been a long night.
If I don't, I suppose you'll both gang up on me again. Very well.
Hi, Apollo. Hi, Apollo.
So, did they have anything helpful?
Let me hit on him.
Maybe? What do you know about Medusa?
I know she's dangerous, but she does Athena's bidding.
How sure are you of that?
I'm not sure of anything any longer. You aren't thinking of seeking her out, I hope.
I have to. How else will I find out what she knows?
You need to be careful, Grace. Medusa is not to be toyed with. Athena employs her as a spy master, a hound to do her bidding, a vicious hound at that. Athena's not likely to tell either of us where to find Medusa. I can't say for certain who would know. Are you all right, Grace?
She's trying to figure out how to hit on you.
What Aphrodite went through, it's a lot.
Yeah, that's the funny thing about the life of an immortal. It never ends.
Excuse me.
Wow. Way to really sell it, Apollo.
Whoops.
You really are amazing, you know that? Every hurdle,
Thanks.
every piece of unpleasant news, you just keep on going. I don't know how you do it.
I am amazing. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Just in case it comes off as bad.
You going somewhere with this, Apollo?
I just wish I could see the world through your eyes. Next to you, I feel very old.
That's okay. I like older men. Oh, that's so mean. That's mean. Let me show you what I see. Yes!
How about you come with me sometime? Let me show you the world I see.
Yes. Ask him out.
A tempting offer.
Sounds kind of corny, huh?
It really doesn't. I would love that. Can we go now?
Yes.
Hey, I'm game if you are.
Yes!
My hand for a minute.
What's happening? What's happening?
Let your hair down for a second.
What's happening?
There's so much to like if you open your eyes. If you try to search for the light, you might be surprised. No, it's not hard to find. The courage you need to be joyful is something you build over time. No matter what I do, the answer's in you. That I will be here for the ride. Yes, I will be here for the ride.
I'll take your hand for a minute. Oh, it's more than I feel I deserve. It could grow on me, this world that you see. Yet I've been alive for too long. 1,000 years of learning about what could go wrong. I'm tired of being wrong.
Apollo, I'm sure you've had it rough. 1,000 years of life is hard, but easier with someone like me to lean on. Courage you need to be joyful.
I appreciate the
Something I'll
campaign.
come help you find.
something we build over time. No matter what I do, the answer's in you. I will be here for the ride.
Oh, that high note.
Yes, I will be here for the ride.
No. Talk to Apollo. And talk to Apollo. We're just gonna keep going, Apollo.
Hello again. I can't remember the last time I had guests so frequently. I did tell you we could discuss your memories and the Eidolon more in depth after the party. Did you have any questions, or?
Hey, what are you doing later?
When all these memories start to return, will I feel different?
Well, let's see. It starts as dreams you'll have of places you've never been, people you've never met, fleeting images, feelings. Then they'll appear while you're awake. You'll be eating breakfast and suddenly recall when you last ate something similar in the 17th century. The only difficult part is that eventually it can be hard to differentiate between your life and all those other lives. They blend together.
It does sound confusing.
A little, yeah. And not all the memories will be good ones. It can take time to process.
You said it becomes hard to differentiate your life from the others. How hard, exactly? It'll still be me, right?
Grace, would you say that who you are is at least in part due to your experiences?
I guess so, sure.
Well, you'll have a lot more experiences. They won't feel like someone else's either. It will feel like you did all those things. They will shape who you are now, just as they shaped Calliope and all those who came before her. The good news is, you won't get all the memories. Each time we pass on, the older memories fade.
How many times have you died? Can I ask that?
Well, we call it passing on, meeting the Eidolon, and it's fine. I've passed on 12 times that I can recall.
So your name isn't really Apollo?
Most recently it was Lucas.
Ew.
Everyone Lucas ever knew is gone, however, so these days I prefer Apollo again.
Lucas? Seems weird to think of you as a Lucas.
It was weird for him, too. Much like yourself, Lucas becoming Apollo was somewhat of a surprise.
Sounds like there's a story there.
Tell me about Lucas.
Tell me about this Lucas. How did he become you? Or is it how you became Apollo?
Apollo had taken to surfing.
Mm-hmm.
He left the city without permission and roamed the coast looking for... Well, I'm not sure now. Whatever it was, he found it one night
I knew he
when
was a surfer.
a giant wave took him down. He was drowning, and I thought, this is finally it. But it wasn't. Lucas saw Apollo struggling and swam out to save him. He pulled us ashore, but it was too late.
Aw.
Took a long time to realize what happened. I didn't return to the city until years later. By then, everyone thought I was Apollo's chosen successor.
So no trial for you, huh?
It wasn't easy at first, without memories or anyone to guide me, but no, nothing like that.
Wait, how is it good that old memories start to fade?
We're many thousands of years old, Grace. If all of those memories returned with perfect clarity, you'd drown in them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but doesn't that mean you've all forgotten so much?
Tell me, how much do you remember from when you were a small child?
That's
Bits and pieces, I guess.
a good point.
Not much.
It's the same for us. The further I try to think back, the more blurry it becomes. I remember the important bits, but little else. Some of the really old memories. There's so many mortal stories that get mixed up with them, things my previous selves learned as legends. It becomes hard to tell. It takes time, Grace. You'll remember all the lives you've led, but at a pace you can handle, and nothing more.
Wait, what would have happened if Lucas hadn't tried to rescue you? What if no one was there when you...
When I died, then the Eidolon of Apollo's line would have ended forever, I think.
You think?
There have been stories about Eidolons that survive for a time and go wandering. That's probably all they are, though. Stories.
Oh, so what if a wandering Eidolon is what killed Calliope? No, that doesn't make sense. Maybe it will. Who knows? We'll figure it out.
It's not something we've had much opportunity to study, but normally death without passing on is how an idol really dies. Forever.
That's all for now.
It's a lot to consider. Assuming I'll even have time to worry about it, what with the trial coming.
Hopefully this eases whatever concerns you might have had. Anything else you'd like to discuss while you're here?
I want to know more about you.
I'd like to know a little more about you. All I know is you live in a dump, you have an oracle, and you...
Is the oracle here?
I'm not sure
No.
what to tell you. One day has bled into the next for so long, I feel like I've been lost in the spaces in between.
Wow, that's a bit dramatic.
Yeah, well, it comes naturally. Music and the arts were once under my purview as a god.
How did that get decided? Did you have a big hat full of pieces of paper and you all picked at random?
No, we chose them for ourselves. Some, at least. Others were given to us by our priests. We collected godly responsibilities like marbles.
People collect marbles?
Or whatever it is mortals collect these days. Cars, perhaps? The point is, we took
I personally
our
collect
godly
My Hero
duties
cards.
very seriously.
You must have been very different back when you were a proper god.
I think most of us were. We saw ourselves as, I don't know, teachers. Mortals were our students, and we guided them to enlightenment. We thought we were special, infallible. I was as magnificent as the sun, and I surrounded myself with those who basked in my radiance.
That doesn't sound like you.
Yeah. I was arrogant. If there was a man or woman I desired, then I had to have them, or there would be consequences. You
Tell me
wouldn't have liked
more.
me. I wouldn't have liked me.
I'd like to know a little more about the idols. I am one now, right?
You are. What would you like to know?
Well, what are we? Where did we come from? If an idol is a soul that moves from person to person, it must have started somewhere, right?
The short answer is, we don't know. If I think far enough back, I can remember bits and pieces. I remember my first Pythian games, the day the idols split in two over Troy, the day my first son died. But before that, nothing. None of us do. I vaguely recall the very first Apollo many thousands of years ago, but was he the original? Did he appear out of the ether? I couldn't tell you.
So what is Persephone's beef with you exactly? Is it just about what Hades did to her?
That's no small thing.
It seems more personal than that.
I mentioned how Persephone's kidnapping almost meant war between Olympus and Hades, yes? Well, while this was all going on, Persephone managed to escape the underworld, and I'm the one she encountered first.
Uh-oh.
Hades was hot on her heels, and I had a choice. Either do battle with Hades and start the war right then and there, or let him take her back.
And
Zeus would have had my head if I had sparked a war. Yet all I still think of are Persephone's eyes as Hades smugly took back his prisoner. It's not my finest moment.
Apollo, have you ever tried, I don't know, talking to someone about how you feel?
I will never understand this modern fascination with therapy and focusing on one's feelings.
It might help. You never know.
Yes, I've tried it. There was one I used to speak to. Hecate enchanted him never to reveal what I told him. It was interesting. Frankly, my time with you has proven far more beneficial.
Oh, I
I'm
thank
not
you.
a therapist, Apollo.
I understand. And I don't mean to rely on you, only that it makes me happy just to know you, Grace.
That's so sweet. Look, if you're new here, let me explain something to you. I am very single, and I've been very single for a while. So, the slightest compliment is seen as romantic to me. So fuck off, politely, and just enjoy simping with me. What if I click the nothing box?
Tell me more about Calliope. You and her were good friends, right?
For centuries, we were far more.
Whoa.
I was the god of the arts, and the muses were my constant companions. We went everywhere together. They had many names, but the three most common were Clio, Talia, and Calliope. The sisters of beauty, I called them, though they weren't always women.
I never thought of that. Do idols change gender a lot?
Most of us seek out inheritors who are like us, I suppose, but not all. Calliope, in fact, was a...
Hi. Go away. We don't do promotions here. No. Don't do that here. Don't do that anywhere. No promotions in people's streams. Do not do that. Thank you.
man in her previous incarnation. Christoph, I think his name was. A poet Calliope adored. I was surprised when she made him a muse.
Psst. Isn't it strange to not know where you come from? For all you know, the idols could be aliens.
Interesting. The notion that there might be some other place far away where we're the norm is comforting. Sadly, our memories are filled with blanks. There was a war with beings we called the Titans. A terrible conflict where half our number died, yet do I remember a single battle. The last was after Rome fell. Zeus called us together to relay the news, told us to prepare for battle. And then, in the blink of an eye, I was in the 16th century. What made us forget 1,000 years? What happened during that time? We don't know. Athena calls that period the gap.
That's interesting.
Who did Calliope become after that poet, Christoph?
You have to realize we're already into the period where Calliope and I weren't really speaking. She showed up one day in her new form, the one you met. An opera singer whose name she never revealed. We fought, as I recall. I told her she couldn't pass on every time she met an artist she fell in love with. Eventually she'd forget everything about who we were and where we came from. She said she'd rather forget than wallow in old memories like I or the other idols were doing. It was time to wake up and make the best of our situation.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Well, that's really sweet then. I didn't even think to consider that. So he said that Calliope jumps person to person with every artist that she's ever fallen in love with. Does that mean she loves Grace's voice or whatever? Because that is so fucking sweet.
Calliope was an idealist without compromise. Always. She hated what we'd become. What I'd become. She wasn't wrong.
The gap you mentioned. What was that like? Did you just wake up one day, or...
That's what he said.
I know I was alive. I passed on my Eidolon who knows how many times, yet the moment I woke up, as you call it, all memory of that period was gone. It was Athena who found us. I was in France, I think. She came to my farm, and the moment I laid eyes on her, I just knew. It all came back. Did someone do that to us? Did we scatter to the winds for 1,000 years on purpose? It's a mystery.
What about Athena? I mean, she's the one who found you, right? She must have been aware.
Athena claims she awoke on her own and spent the next century locating the other idols. We've pieced together very little of the gap or of our origins. We simply live with it. Gods we may be, but I'm afraid we don't have all the answers.
From how you describe it, you and Calliope fought a lot.
As often as we saw each other, which became less and less as time wore on. However, she fought with everyone. Calliope hated the idols being kept secret. She and Athena would get into screaming matches over the rules, and it got so I could no longer protect her. She moved out of Olympus years ago and kept to herself. I just assumed she was wrapped up with some new artist when I got the news.
Do you regret not making up with her?
Every day I think about our last conversation and what I should have said or done differently. The problem with immortality is that you think you have all the time in the world.
Earlier you mentioned your son dying. Did I hear that right? Can idols have children?
Oh yeah, Zeus has like 50.
It was rare, but yes. Back in ancient times, some of them even became idols themselves.
Some of the idols are actually family then.
Not anymore. Most of our children met terrible ends. A gift of the fates, perhaps. I don't know. The ones who weren't idols. It's hard. Watching your children grow old and die. Never understanding why they can't have the same immortality you do. Why you can't grant it to them. My first son is why I'm not permitted in Hades any longer. Let's simply say that most idols have stopped having children, and maybe leave it at that.
It wasn't only fighting with Calliope, right? Surely there were good things too.
Is that how it sounds? No. She was marvelous. A force to be reckoned with if there ever was one. In the darkest days during the war, it was her songs that gave us hope. She kept Aphrodite alive through sheer determination, I think. Calliope cared. About us, about art, about people she'd only just met. It was her greatest strength as well as her greatest weakness.
I wonder why she picked me. I don't feel like I'm any of those things.
You underestimate yourself, Grace. I see a lot of her in you. She chose well.
Tell me more about the war. It seems to have had a huge effect on all of you.
I don't think we would have left the old world otherwise. It was home.
From Aphrodite's song, I know Ares betrayed everyone. What did you do?
I caused it.
Oh.
I foresaw what was going to happen, so I tried to prevent it. I told Ares. I figured if the god of war couldn't stop what was to come, then...
And that's why he betrayed everyone.
He decided the idols were a lost
God of War.
cause.
Kratos?
Because I told him we were.
Prophecies suck.
Surely it could have happened anyhow. It was a big war. The biggest.
Perhaps. We'll never know, will we? My time afterwards was spent helping the survivors, keeping us on the move. If Hephaestus hadn't intervened, we would have all been captured.
And he's...
Missing.
Oh, gone now, we assume, like so many others. We are nothing more than refugees from a war long over, Grace.
We're learning so much.
What happened to the other muses? You mentioned 2 others. Were they lost in the war?
Cleo perished centuries before. The victim of an obsessed writer she'd spurned. He kept her in a cage as his personal muse.
Ugh, that's pretty dark.
It was. By the time we found her, she was already... Well, it's enough to say her captor didn't survive her for long. Talia, however, was lost to us on the very last day of the war. We were about to leave on the ship, but she just... never showed up.
Do you know what happened to her?
We never found out. I worried for years, even hired people to look, but as far as I can tell, she up and vanished into smoke that day. The war had ground her down. I was upset, but not surprised.
Was it hard for the idols to come to the new world? It's just a place like any other, isn't it?
I don't think it was the place so much as the condition we were in. Shell-shocked, one might say. Our entire world had been turned upside down. Suddenly, we had rules. Secrecy was paramount, and no one was permitted to leave the city. Some, like my sister Artemis, couldn't abide it.
Yeah, I've heard the name.
Goddess of the hunt. And a wild thing herself. She left, I think. Faded away without a word. As many did in the early days here. Later, Athena became even more strict. For our own good, of course, but it hasn't been easy. This city has never felt like home so much as a temporary shelter.
That's all I can think of for now. I'll see you around.
Of course. I look forward to it.
Why couldn't I hit on him? What happens if I go back? Can we talk about something new? Hey, Oracle's there again.
Hello again.
Hello yourself.
Ugh, get a room, both of you.
A different room.
I want to thank you for the other day, Grace. I won't forget our walk anytime soon.
I should hope not.
Is there
if let's see. Liana? I want to say that, is that how you pronounce that? Liana? Hi! How are you playing the game so far? I love this game. I am simping the hell out of Apollo, as you could probably tell from the title. I heard about this game from Gab Smelders, who's my favorite YouTuber and streamer. And I instantly fell in love with the game. It took me way too long to play the second act of this, but look, the story is great, but we're just kind of honing in on getting Apollo. So,
something you
have you played it yet?
About?
Dang it!
No, that's okay. I'll see you later, Apollo.
Hi. You wanna come up? Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Rude. Nice. What do you think of the romantic song with Apollo? The one that we did after the part Aphrodite's party. I thought it was cute. I was really hoping they would just at the end, but they didn't. Come on. Come on up. Come on. Come on. There you go. Cat's here, everybody. If you are new here, this is Captain. He is my baby boy. Okay, sit down or get down. Sit down or get down. Let's... Let's go talk to Freddy. Hello, meow. Let's go see what we can talk to Freddy about. Freddy's our friend. Maybe we
Hey, hey, so what's the news, Miss Muse?
Miss Muse.
Well, does a muse have a proper form of address? I just want to hear what exciting adventures you've been having.
You're so...
Well, I stopped the goddess of love from killing herself, I guess.
Whoa. Do gods have interventions? You know, they're nothing like I thought they would be. Everything else okay, though? Do we know who the killer is yet?
Not just yet, no.
Okay, well, let me know if there's anything I can do. If I have to hustle to become your high priestess, well, so be it.
What are you doing?
Exactly how much do you know about the Greek gods, Freddy?
I know my Greek mythology, but what I've read clearly doesn't line up with who they are today. Or who they ever were, maybe.
Still
You're
might
so
be useful.
annoying.
There's gotta be some truth to those stories, right?
Maybe? Who do you want to hear about?
Apollo.
What about Apollo?
Okay, so the prophecy stuff checks out. Apollo was god of the sun and light, but also kind of enlightenment in general. He's always talked about as this beautiful and cultured god involved with the arts and the muses, kind of a Renaissance man before the Renaissance.
He's clearly had a rough time since those days.
Well,
You're
he was
so
also a
loud.
giant horn dog, Grace. I can list off like a dozen men and women Apollo has had as lovers, and there's probably more.
Weren't they all like that, though?
I mean, Apollo's no Zeus. He never assaulted anyone as a swan.
That
And no, they
happened.
aren't all like that. Our sun god had a
Stop.
reputation.
Do you know anything about the muses? Or Calliope in particular?
Yeah, for starters, there were supposed to be 9, though I guess there are some sources that said there were only 4, maybe 3. Each of the muses had her specialty. Did you know that Calliope is supposed to be the muse of epic poetry? She inspired the Odyssey.
Wow. I don't even like poetry.
Yeah, it was said her singing voice was unmatched. So they got that part right, at least.
Did she also lead the ancient Greeks in giant choreographed dance numbers?
No, but she once turned a bunch of snobby princesses into magpies, so there's that.
Tell me what you know about
Persephone.
Persephone.
Honestly, she's the least like her stories. Usually, she's either a victim or just the wife of Hades, or both.
And that's it? She was kidnapped by Hades, end of story?
Pretty much. Her mother was so angry, she created winter. But otherwise, Persephone was just your average sweet and virginal fertility goddess.
You're right, that doesn't sound like her at all.
Must be hard to be defined by this one thing that happened to you thousands of years ago. I'd be pissed if everyone thought my story ended there.
Well, she is pretty pissed. That much is true. You said Pan was some kind of lust god, right?
Yeah, kind of. Pan's a god of the wild, and I guess that translates into a sort of lustfulness and earthiness, humping nymphs in the forest sort of thing.
And you don't like him.
Honestly, he's exactly what I'd expect him to be. All the stories say he's a lech and a beast. The Christians equated him with the devil. Weirdly, he's also the only god who's supposed to have died, though it's never really clear how or why. Anyhow, there's a great statue depicting Pan having sex with a goat. Next time you see him, you gotta ask him about it.
That's so funny.
What about Athena? Is she really supposed to be the goddess of wisdom?
Sure, but mostly that's meant as tactical knowledge. Athena wasn't all sweetness and light. She was a warrior goddess. She was also the goddess of heroes. There are loads of stories where Athena helps guys like Odysseus or Jason or Perseus.
No female heroes back in those days?
Yeah, I guess not. Women were the weaker sex, which maybe is why Athena was portrayed as being vindictive. She cursed Medusa, one of her own priestesses. She turned people into spiders, struck them blind, started the Trojan War. It's the whole thing.
Not being as wise as advertised is on brand for her then.
I could have sworn it was Aphrodite that cursed Medusa.
Just how many of these gods are there? From what I've heard, lots of idols live around here.
Well, there are tons of minor gods in Greek mythology, hundreds even, depending on how you define them. Oddly, there's never any mention of the word idols in relation to them. Maybe it's like how people worshipped idols?
I sort of assumed it was related to the eidolon.
Which is a Greek word, but I think it means ghost. An image of someone after they die.
Makes sense.
Me? I'm more amazed at all the big names missing. Not just Zeus and Hades, most of the Olympians seem to be gone. Makes you think about what's been lost. But also, what might still be out there.
Good point. That's what I'm wondering. How many of these people actually died?
You think there might be other gods out there?
Well, there are all those gods the idols say wandered off. We don't know they're dead for sure, right? They could be living it up in Australia. Who would know? Then there are all the other mythologies, hundreds of cultures, each with their own pantheon. So what's so special about the Greeks? That only their gods are real, right? And all those other pantheons could be living in secrecy, just like the idols. And that means they're hidden from each other, too. Oh, they could be everywhere and no one would know.
It's like a whole other secret side to the world.
Yeah, it's cool, right? I hope I get to meet Ganesha one day. Or maybe Lakshmi?
That's so sweet.
I wonder how much of those stories are true.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I'm giving you the quick version. There are reams of textbooks out there covering all this, but even they rarely agree with each other.
Really? Nothing definitive?
Ancient Greece was 3,000 years ago, Grace. Not much information survived all that time, if it was even valid to begin with.
What are Kaz and Brian up to? You didn't tell them anything, did you?
No, I told them you came home, that you're okay, but that you're having a moment. They send their love.
Should we tell them, do you think?
What for? They have their own problems. Plus, Brian can't keep a secret to save his life, and Kaz is officially homeless.
Is he still crashing on Brian's couch?
Grace, you do know that Brian doesn't have a couch, right? Just some giant beanbag things?
Then where is Kaz Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's cute.
We are getting the tea on these fictional characters.
They'll tell us when they're ready. But right now, it's best just to not mix them up in this.
I should really apologize about the band. This kind of puts a dent in your plans, doesn't it?
You're right, Grace. How
Helpin'.
dare you sabotage my dreams? I am so mad I could spit.
You know what I mean. Nobody could have seen this coming, sure, but it's always been something with me.
Well, as I see it, there are two ways this goes down. One, neither of us gets back to the band. It was just a thing we did for a while before I founded a cult in your name. Or two, we get back to it and the band now has the Muse as its lead singer. Edge of Elysium becomes the coolest and most appropriate band name ever.
Ugh, I still really hate that name.
Look, Grace, you can't be the source of all the drama and name the band, okay? That's the rule.
It's funny.
You know what I find weird? That the idols have managed to remain completely secret all these years. Sure, they have magic and whatnot, but in all this time, nobody's found them out? Athena is that good?
Who says nobody has found them out? The way I see it, it's like UFOs.
Okay, I have to hear this.
Okay, so you could have real evidence that UFOs exist and that governments have covered it up and people still wouldn't believe it. Why? Because they'd get laughed at if they admitted it. Imagine the headline. Greek gods exist and are living among us. What website would even run that?
Weird conspiracy ones. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, bye.
Okay, that's enough questions for now.
You sure? I can talk all day. You know I can.
I'll check back with you soon, Freddy.
Oh, I
Time
can.
for more mystery solving.
I like how it's just like, hey, Freddy, here's all this weird shit that's happening. You're gonna have to take my word for it. Bye. We'll talk to Persephone. We'll talk to Persephone, then we'll go back to Apollo, then we'll go talk to Pan. Gucci.
As I recall, Grace, when I said stay or leave, you chose to leave. If it wasn't clear, I don't give second chances. Or did you have some other reason for darkening my doorstep?
I still need your help, Persephone. Apollo doesn't have to be here.
I gave you a choice, Grace, not him.
So that's it? You were willing to help me, but one mistake and we're through?
I did help you. Now I trust Apollo will do the same, to the best of his limited
To be fair,
capabilities.
he's hot. Sorry, Persephone. Them's the facts.
There's nothing stopping us from being friends. We don't need to be allies.
As I said before, I'm still not convinced of your innocence. I'd say that stops us from being friends, Grace.
Really? Still?
Either you're guilty, in which case you won't be here long, or you're innocent, and we can speak after the trial. One last word of advice before you go. If you want to survive, don't look to anyone else for help. Not Apollo, not Pan, not even me.
Too bad. Pan's
You walked away from
Apollo's
my
hot.
offer, and I respect that. Make your choices and live with them.
By the way, how are you feeling after all the info and interactions? Pretty good. I mean, I feel like it's not... I feel like it's not, like, too much. It's, you are asking very, very, specific questions. And I don't mind it. I appreciate the involvement in it. As you can see, I don't have a lot of people in here, so I don't mind. But to answer your question, it's given to me at a pace that me and my ADHD can understand. So it's great. I mean, I'm understanding, like, honestly, I'm very shocked with how much information I'm retaining. I feel like if my friends were to ask me tomorrow what the story's about, I could probably repeat a lot of this information back relatively correctly. So, I mean, it's keeping it simple. It's an intricate plot, but it's explaining it very good. Me and my ADHD appreciate that. So, does that answer your question? I'm sorry. Let's see. Although I do really love this game. Sorry, I am just updating one of my coworkers about what they have to do tomorrow. Cool. Alright, sorry. Sorry, I'm here. Okay, and back to Apollo. We're going back to Apollo in a platonic way.
It's lovely to see you again, Grace. You are always welcome. Is there, something you came to talk about?
Oh, fuck. Let me hit on him.
No, that's okay. I'll see you later, Apollo.
I want to hit on him more. This man deserves to be all the hit on. And yes, that is a sentence. Thank you for asking. Okay, time to talk to Pan.
I'd say hello, Grace, but I'm afraid that look on your face might be catching.
He's
I
low-key
just-
kind of attractive.
What is this place?
It's a garden, darling. Surely even mortals have them.
This building. All those people I pass getting up here. Are they all idols?
Oh, at least some of them. Welcome to Olympus, dear Grace. Our home hidden away in plain sight. Marvelous, isn't it?
I've passed this part of the city 100 times. I've never seen this building. Was it always here? Or...
Our Lady Hecate provides glamours that allow certain things to go unseen, such as my glorious horns. Olympus is the same. Those invited see it. Those who aren't see exactly what they expect. It's not anywhere as grand as in the old country, but it serves its purpose.
This isn't grand?
I don't know, Pan. Olympus seems pretty grand to me.
As if mortals would know any better. This isn't the first time you've been here. I'm sure Hermes took you to Athena's dreary office.
That's here? Huh.
good one, that Hermes. Almost as dull-witted as the original, but biddable.
How many idols are there? I've met, what, less than 12?
Oh, I don't know, 20, 30. Our numbers have dwindled so much I've stopped keeping track.
I didn't know there were that many gods.
Oh, there's
We're
shit
not all
tons.
equally legendary, it's true. Some idols were barely worshipped, others not at all. Indeed, not all of us are idols. Some are merely immortal. Hangers-on, if you will. You'll meet them all, given time.
Idols live here? I mean, Calliope didn't, obviously. Apollo doesn't either.
One must have special dispensation from Our Lady of Wisdom, Athena, before they can take up a private dung heap like Apollo's.
Am I gonna have to give him my apartment?
That's rather putting the cart before the horse, darling. First, you must outlive the week.
Right. Good point. You asked me to meet you here?
I did. As I recall, you owe me a favor that I now wish to collect, if you'd be so kind.
Figured as much. Apollo was right about you.
Dear, sweet, suspicious Apollo. Boring Apollo. What have I ever done to you? Here's the thing. A friend has begged for my help, and you're far better suited than I to offer what he requires. I'll give you a key to reach the reliquary where he resides. You help him, and then we're even. If that's not enough incentive, the reliquary is also where you'll find the lovely Hecate. A sorceress of her power could aid your quest. What do you say?
I say bet.
This person I'm to help, what does he want? And why can't you do it?
Well, Grace, there are some things you're better equipped to handle than I. This, as I understand it, is a delicate matter of the heart. One that requires a muse's hand.
A matter of the heart.
What, did you think I was sending you to rough someone up? Set something aflame? Don't be absurd. The man has an issue with his love life. Even if you can't help him, I'll treat the effort as worth the favor.
This Hecate, do you think she could help me?
If she's of a mind. She is the goddess of dark magic, the creator of all our marvelous glamours. If anyone can help you, it is she.
And if she's not of a mind?
Then SOL.
Then she won't help you. Grace, that part is up to you. I can't be expected to do everything, can I?
It's funny, dude.
What is this reliquary? Doesn't that have something to do with the bones of saints or something?
Not those relics. Our relics. The relics of ancient gods. Magical treasures collected over thousands of years. Books, mainly. We store them in a faraway place so no one unsavory can get their hands on them.
Unsavory like you?
Unsavory like most. Athena has decreed that these relics are not to be used by any save Hecate and herself. A rather dull waste of so much amassed knowledge and power, but who am I to judge? I'm not leader of the chorus.
Knowledge should never be kept away from the public. But that's a whole thing on its own.
So that's it? Fix up someone's love life? Nothing trickier than that?
Oh, the way you talk, Grace. It makes me blush.
Well, it's just that...
I trade in willing favors, Grace. If I didn't, no one would want to do as I ask, and then where would I be? I may seem untrustworthy, but allow me to reassure you. If I wish you harm, you will walk into that harm knowingly, and with open arms.
Hold on, I can't read this. If I may say so, I appreciate you not talking over the conversations drive me crazy when other streamers do, but I hope you're not feeling too shy to talk during the pauses where you can make decisions. After all, the fun of Twitch is hearing people talk about their decisions and feelings and stuff while playing. Sorry, ADHD is processing. Okay. Yeah, no problem. I mean, so I'm not just throwing this excuse out here. I really do have ADHD, so I can't talk over movies, video games when other people are talking because I myself will forget what I'm talking about and I'll get very confused. So yeah, I have no problem. That's just how I do things to process things a little better. Sorry I paused during the conversation. But no, I'm perfectly fine with talking. I've been streaming for about 2 years now, so I talk to myself when I play video games anyway, so at this point I'm just recording it for other people to see. But yeah, no problem. I mean, I'm just glad someone's here to enjoy this game with me. It seems like you've played the game before, or you've seen the game before, so it's kind of nice to share this with someone who kind of knows what they're getting into. That being said, I don't know much about what happens after the next part. I know about the next part, but I don't know what happens after it, so obviously, let's keep spoilers to a minimum. But we're here for Apollo. That is all. Sorry. Oh, look. A pause part I could have waited for. Obviously, I do have the time responses off. We are not here for the pan.
What about Calliope? Did she walk into harm knowingly and with open arms?
You tell me. I could deny it, of course, but if you choose not to believe anything I say, what's the point of asking the question?
I think he's a red herring.
If these relics are off limits, does that mean they're dangerous?
Some, but I'm not asking you to chase after any of that nonsense. In fact, I'd advise against it.
But what if one of those relics could help me?
My, such an adventurer you are. It's possible, but ask Hecate first. She, and I mean this with complete and uncharacteristic seriousness, is not an idol you or anyone wishes to cross.
I meant talking... Oh, I meant talking during when there's nobody talking, like when the decision option pops up and everything's quiet. Not during dialogue. Sorry if it wasn't clear. No, I understood what you're saying. Sorry if my response wasn't clear, which, like I said, I talk faster than I think, so... yeah, no problem. Like I said, I get very confused if I talk over other people, if I talk over the dialogue, so... This plot is extremely interesting, and the last thing I want is to miss anything.
I'll think about it, but no promises.
Marvelous. The gentleman you seek is named Asterion. Lovely fellow, quite harmless. Now, if there's nothing else you need.
That depends. What can you tell me about Medusa?
That is a rather peculiar subject change.
Her name came up at Aphrodite's party. I'd like to look into it.
You'll find Medusa at a dingy little club appropriately named the Viper's Nest. Give her my regards. Do tell me you'll be careful if you go there, Grace. Medusa is a hideous creature.
Aw.
And should be treated as such.
I'll be careful. What could go wrong?
Turning
Darling,
stone.
there are so many responses to that, I can't pick just one. I'll send a package to your domicile that contains directions and the key you'll need to reach the reliquary.
I said no promises.
Well, if you decide to go, Grace, you'll still need all those things. Say hello to darling Hecate on my behalf, will you?
He's definitely a red herring. Oh, hey, look, Apollo.
It's lovely to see you again, Grace. You are always welcome. Is there, something you came to talk about?
Damn it!
No, that's okay. I'll see you later, Apollo.
If there's nothing to talk about, why do you let me go back to his place besides to look at his abs again? Let's go Medusa's lair? I don't think this part takes too long, if I remember correctly.
This must be the Viper's Nest. Scariest part of town, no sign. Just that one dude glaring at everyone. Well, I'm here now. Just another day in the life of an idol.
Oh, there you are. Man, this place is the worst. I think someone peed on me.
Freddy? What are you doing here?
What, you thought I wouldn't notice you skulking off? You didn't even bring any equipment, Grace.
You know, it's good to have a friend.
I wasn't gonna ask you to come, but I am glad you're here. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Fantastic. Neither do I, but we can do it together.
I was kinda hoping you had some advice.
If it's advice you're looking for, Grace, you could do better.
Oh, it's you.
It is me.
It is me.
How exciting, no?
Pan, what are you doing here?
I'm the one who told you about this place. You didn't expect my curiosity to get the better of me?
Why are you really here, Pan? The truth this time.
I need to have some dastardly ulterior motive other than to be of assistance. For shame, Grace.
God, how can you even stand him?
I simply thought, there is no way Grace knows what she's getting into there.
And of course you came running to offer your services, right?
Grace can handle herself, it's true, but surely even you can see some advice from an idol might be worth a listen?
I suppose.
I love how, like, everyone in this game has a nose ring. Grace has one, Freddy has one, Venus has one, just everyone. Like, trying to think if, like, Persephone has one.
Medusa is the one who turns people into stone just by looking at them, right?
People, yes. Idols, not so much. Or that's my assumption. I'll admit to not knowing if she's ever turned her gaze on one of us.
Great. Is there any way to make someone not a statue? If it turns out she can?
Short of Medusa dying? No. Not unless she wishes it.
I don't think that's the story with Medusa, though, because I think... So if I recall correctly, and apparently I don't, to my knowledge, Aphrodite cursed Medusa because... One, there's two things I heard. One, someone said that Medusa, when she was still human, looked prettier than Aphrodite, and the other one was that she was I don't know if I can say this on stream, that she was sexually assaulted in Medusa, or in Aphrodite's temple. So Aphrodite took that as like an insult and like cursed her with this. Once again, to my knowledge, she made her beautiful, but beautiful in a way that if anyone looked at her, she would turn them into stone. That's my knowledge, but apparently there's like 50 different versions of that story.
Apollo said she's some kind of spy master for Athena. Is that right?
A truer description, I'd say, is that she's more Athena's servant. Poor thing can't survive on her own. So she's become whatever Athena needs. Spy master, enforcer, provider of garden statuary.
That doesn't sound fair.
It isn't. But keep in mind, Medusa is no helpless maiden. She is as clever as she is dangerous. And Athena knows it.
Medusa's clever and works for Athena, but what's she really like?
She doesn't exactly come to the parties, Grace. Medusa is an enigma to most of us. If idols hide in the shadows, she lurks in even darker places. She's an outsider, and she loathes us as much as she needs us.
Is she dangerous?
Let's just say we're all rather relieved she stays away.
I hope the next convention I go to, I see someone dressed as him.
If you have any advice, Pan, I'm all ears.
Well, I assume you know how Medusa became what she is.
She used to be human, right? And then Athena cursed her. Pretty unfairly, too.
Now, however, Athena hasn't the power to undo her own curse. Or so she claims.
That's gotta suck.
Medusa isn't happy about it, no. Yet she survives because she must. As do we all.
Okay, enough talking. Time to do this.
See? That's the spirit. Now there's simply the matter of getting you in before she's aware you're here.
You're gonna help her do that?
Why not? You're more apt to become a statue than to be any true help, my dear.
Knock it off, both of you. I have a plan for getting inside.
A word of advice before we proceed. Once you find Medusa, make the number a knockout.
So, something I just realized. The art of this game reminds me a lot of Dream Daddy. And I'm wondering if... I don't know, maybe it could just be coincidence, but it, now that I think about it, a lot of this art reminds me of Dream Daddy. And I wonder if any of the designers or whoever had anything to do with it. Use a distraction. Why not? Play Get Help.
My good man, I'm wondering if you could help us with a little problem. You see,
That's your plan? You're just gonna walk up to him and ask? He doesn't care what our problem is.
If you could both
little does he know that you're my biggest problem. It's been snipe, snipe, snipe ever since I arrived.
Oh, and I guess you'd rather I
Nicely
left, huh?
done.
That would be convenient,
Now just
wouldn't
keep
it?
him busy
I'm not
while
going
I look
anywhere,
around.
goat man.
I
bet that wasn't intentional.
What a long day, hiding in the light. Such a long day, dreaming of tonight. This sacred bite. Hello, who's that there? You've messed up my flow. Just get your drink, girl, and take your seat. Oh, it's the muse.
Weird strip club.
There are sacred bites, and then there's this sacred bite. So wrong, so right. I'm really gonna hate myself tonight.
Before you start the show, Pan said to say hello. That's what he said to say.
Well, any friend of Pan's is a friend of Pan's.
Okay. I hate to interrupt your flow. There's just some things I need to know. I wish there was another way.
Yes, you do. Now, looking.
Whoa, the audio cut out. Why did the audio cut out? Oh. Well, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so we didn't get too far behind. That's okay. Oh, we have another viewer too. Hello.
What a long day, hiding in the light. Such a long day, dreaming of tonight. This sacred bite. Hello, who's that there? You've messed up my flow. Just get your drink, girl, and take your seat. Oh, it's the muse. There are sacred bites, and then there's this sacred bite. So wrong,
Before you start the show, Pan said to say hello. That's what he said to say.
Well, any friend of Pan's is a friend of Pan's.
Okay. I hate to interrupt your flow. There's just some things I need to know. I wish there was another way.
Yes, you do. Now, look into me. Your body goes freely every time I see it tenders turning jelly. I see it renders. What'd you say, Grace? You okay, Grace? Where's the game face this time? You are currently experiencing something I like to call the preparation. Any questions or comments? That's right, it is widely known that I can turn folks to stone. But oh, I won't this time. Because this time I find dine that oozy musy bloods my wine this time. Look into me. Oh, she's looking away. Hey, look
You flipped that hood. Then out came the snakes. Oh, you're so good.
1 second, Starbreeze.
Only some stakes. Oh, the ice thing. What a difference an actual monster makes. Athena made you like this.
She was mad at me. So,
Well, why was she mad?
she said I'd been bad.
Had you been?
No. Now look into me.
Yeah. Be smart.
Medusa, look into your own eyes. Nope. Okay. It was worth a shot. You know you're not unhot. That's my opinion anyway.
Don't look at me.
The snakes, sure they're snakes, but you can pass them off as fakes. Like it's just a cosplay.
Don't look at
You're
me.
not a monster to me. I think that you should try to see Medusa in
You're
another
lost, little girl. No more Hail Marys. The not unhot girl is you. The monster's me.
You don't know, you don't know.
Do know that you didn't.
Kill Calliope. So you know that it's true that I didn't do it.
No.
Yes, you do know, you know. Does that mean Athena knows?
No. Fine grace. I'll take
Just like fate made you, fate played me. Just like fate
won't see what your eyes see when you look at me. Don't look at me.
Pan!
No, not the bloody charms.
You think you can turn me to stone before I burn your snakes off? I'm betting you can't.
The lighter was my idea.
Hold off, you two. Let's give Medusa some space.
Okay, but if she so much as twitches, it's torch time.
Now Freddy's a thug. Love this for her.
I ship them.
You ready to talk?
Oh, fine. Fine. What exactly is it that you want, pretty muse?
Isn't it obvious? Tell us what you know about Calliope's death.
Blast! This is why I didn't tell Lady Athena. I knew it would come back to haunt me. I only followed pretty Calliope to the reliquary. I didn't touch her. I didn't even know she'd been attacked until I saw her flee. You did not even know that much.
This is the same reliquary where your friend is? The one who needs the favor?
That's pretty convenient.
She was at the reliquary the eve she died, but I had no part in the muse's death.
Sorry, Starbreeze, to answer your, let me get caught up here. When Disney musicals go wrong, yes, basically. Shouldn't she be petrified by now? So a little while ago, Pan explained that Medusa can turn mortals into stone, but not so much idols. And Grace is an idol in this. She is a muse. She is now a muse, so she can't turn her into stone, but it seems like she can at least petrify her. So like make her like freeze or whatever. Oh, I see. That's cool. Oh, hi, Captain. Hi, Bubby. Okay. Who attacked Calliope? You didn't tell Athena. Why were you following Calliope?
You said Calliope was attacked. Who could have done it?
I thought it might have been Asterion. I saw the great beast chasing her, as I was.
Pan's friend?
Oh, that seems rather unlikely. The bull's as gentle as a lamb.
It was not him, alas. He was as confused as I, and not a drop of the muse's blood on him. Yet I realized this too late.
So what happened in the reliquary?
I never entered, so I do not know. A question for Asterion and Hecate, perhaps.
You haven't told Athena any of this?
Do I need to light things up again? 'Cause I'll do it.
I told her Calliope was at the reliquary that night. I did not tell her I was also there.
So Athena knows Calliope was attacked there?
Yes, no. If she does, surely not by whom. I am but guessing, however. Lady Athena tells me oh so very little.
You followed Calliope to the reliquary. Why were you shadowing her at all?
I am Lady Athena's spy master, yes. Calliope has been trouble from time to time.
So you were spying on her?
I keep watch over every idol who no longer lives in Olympus, but especially Calliope. When I realized she was headed to the reliquary that eve, I followed. I had a duty to Athena.
I love Medusa so much. I love her character.
Did you ever find out why Calliope went there?
I was never close enough to ask. When I drew near to the reliquary, that is when I saw the muse fleeing. She was frightened, blooded, dying.
A tasty snack for you to hunt down.
I gave chase, yes, but to discover the truth. I knew Lady Athena would wish to know.
Uh-huh.
And you wonder why I said nothing to anyone. After all, who would believe ugly, monstrous Medusa? Medusa.
Why should we believe you? You did just try to eat me, remember?
I am telling you the truth.
Right, and not at all trying to cover your own ass.
And why would she?
You presented an opportunity. Oh, to taste the sweet, sweet blood of a hero once again.
Really quick. I'm sorry. Starting to simp for Pan a little bit. I may go back and play this game later after I finish it the first time and try to go the Pan route, but...
It's a problem. I've been working on it, I really have.
Oh.
I know it's hard to believe what a monster tells you, but it is true.
Okay, let's say we believe you. For the moment.
Whatever you do, Pretty Muse, I beg you. Do not tell Athena of my indiscretion. Show mercy. I know what I am horrifies you. It horrifies me as well. I cannot help what I am. I did not ask to be cursed like this.
Aw. Okay, you're joking, right? As in... So wait. We're joking about telling Athena, or we're joking about her being ugly? Because this girl's not ugly.
Mercy? You mean like the mercy you were gonna show me?
I am a lost and cursed thing. No idol. If Lady Athena should learn the truth...
I'm sorry. I won't tell anyone.
I hope you find what you seek, Pretty Muse. And that we meet again someday. And sing a different song.
She needs a hug so badly.
Freddy, may I just say what a delight your resourcefulness has proven.
And you're not completely awful, I guess. Pondering the big question, Grace. Do we actually believe her?
We should probably check at the reliquary to make sure, but so far... yeah, I think so.
You don't think maybe she's just trying to protect herself?
I don't know. Her fear just seemed... real.
Everything okay over there, Mr. Goat Man?
Fuck you, Goat Man.
Oh, yes. Just thinking of the war. How it was at the very end. Some of us argued we should leave Medusa behind. That she didn't deserve the safety we'd find in the new world.
She didn't ask to become what she is.
We idols were petty and cruel. We lorded over mortals because we could. We didn't learn our lesson until the war. By then it was too late, wasn't it? Certainly for Medusa. Such thoughts run contrary to my bon vivant spirit, do they not? Come to me once you've gone to the reliquary, Grace. I look forward to your visit.
Hey, look, Apollo. What's he doing?
Grace, back again so soon. Did you find Medusa after all? You've been on my mind ever since you told me about her.
I did, and it was fine. I told you it would be. Okay, it almost wasn't fine, but it worked out. Nobody got hurt.
I see. Perhaps you'd best tell me what happened then. That sounds like quite the harrowing experience. One that could have gone very poorly indeed.
Yes!
If I didn't know better, I'd say you were worried about me.
I will always worry about you, Grace.
Is that a good thing? I'll take it as a good thing.
If you've cleared Medusa's involvement, that still leaves us with Pan.
That's a good point.
Anything else you'd like to discuss while you're here?
Give me more than that.
No, that's okay. I'll see you later, Apollo.
Okay. Alright. Let's go to the look at the storage unit. Nice.
When I opened that shipping container, I was expecting... I don't know, rats.
Yeah.
Instead we have... Where the hell are we?
It's hard to say. Weren't we going to some kind of library?
Yeah, Pan said there would be books. You like books, right?
I do like books.
See, there you go. Apparently this reliquary place has all the books you could ever dream of.
A reliquary? Ooh, I bet it has relics. I want a wand of fireballs.
You are such a nerd.
Speaking of, how much do you actually know about Hecate and this idol you're supposed to help?
Do you know anything about this Hecate? It's not a name that rings bells.
Let's see. Well, she was the goddess of witchcraft, the really dark kind.
Oh.
But she's never really portrayed as evil. She was more of an outsider, lived alone, off in her little corner of the underworld. Do you think that's where we could be? Oh, that is so cool. Oh, I bet knowledge is important to her. It could be an angle if you talk to her.
An angle for you, maybe. Books are your thing.
So is helping my best friend out of a jam. No matter what it takes.
Even if it means traveling into weird lighthouses where scary witches live?
Especially if it means that. Aren't you excited?
The idol we're here to help is named Asterion.
And you know who that is, right?
No. Should I?
That's the Minotaur's real name. You know, big bullhead, horns, lives in a giant labyrinth.
Pan did not mention that.
Why am I not surprised?
This Minotaur. You don't think he might be dangerous, do you?
Well, traditionally he eats people, but he was also supposed to have been slain by the hero Theseus.
Well, not so slain after all.
The ship of Theseus.
Pan says he has a problem with his love life.
Maybe he needs to stop eating all his girlfriends? Okay, I knew that sounded wrong the moment I said it.
We should go inside instead of standing out here in the fog.
It's more of a mist, really.
A mist potentially full of monsters.
In we go, then. Are you really planning on doing that favor for Pan?
If I can, sure. Why not?
Because Pan, that's why not?
I thought you were over that.
Okay. I hope you're right. Let's go meddle in someone's love life. What could go wrong?
Really quick, so you guys know how I've been saying, like, I keep hearing voices in this game, and it's not coming from my house, it's coming from in the game. I thought it was background noise at first. I'm starting to think that maybe some of these voice actors recorded some lines, like, in their house or somewhere, and they just didn't get 100% silent audio. Because Grace said something, and I could have sworn I heard what sounded like a dog barking in the background, but I don't know. Not a big deal. Something I noticed. All I want to do is see you turn into a giant woman.
I guess the Titan thing is literal, huh?
Mortals within the reliquary. Who permits this intrusion, this sacrilege? This knowledge is not meant for the likes of you. I shall grind you into the dust from whence you came!
Listen, lady. I don't care who you are. One more word and I'll have you dancing a jig until your giant feet fall off.
Grace?
No! I've had it with being threatened. Just once I'd like to go somewhere and not be challenged to a fight.
You... are... Grace?
Then Calliope is dead. Is that now? I thought that was not for another 11 months yet.
Wait, what? You knew Calliope was going to die?
No, I am not informed of this for another 11 months and 3 days.
Or I could just tell you now?
That cannot be. It is written.
I love her.
Yes, it's right here. Calliope joins Grace's band. They become friends. Months later, there is an automobile accident and...
An accident? No, that's not what happened.
Are you saying the books are wrong?
Look, whoever screwed up your magic book, it wasn't me.
Yeah, Grace is already getting blamed for everything.
The books cannot be tampered with. They record what is.
But it isn't.
You will explain. We will both sit and
Captain!
you will explain. There will be tea.
Get lost. You're always
Curious.
touching this.
It is clear something unanticipated has occurred. Something outside the realm of fate.
Is that even possible?
It is. But I must follow the threads back to their source to find the origin of the deviation. It may take years of research.
Years? I don't have years.
That is unfortunate. If there is nothing else, I must ask you both to leave so I may begin at once.
Is there no way to speed that up? Whoever's behind it might be the murderer.
Such threads are not so easily untangled. I must consult the Moirai, if indeed they are not the ones responsible.
The Moi what?
You might know them as the Fates. They, or any beings of a sufficiently cosmic nature, have the power to undo the order of things.
That does not sound good.
Certainly not. They are also not beings I can summon at a whim to solve your mystery. I am sorry.
Actually, I came here to speak to Asterion. If, he is here.
A visitor for Asterion? How strange.
Hey, Michael!
Oh, are we doing guests? Is that a thing? I didn't know.
Wow, okay. Freddy was right.
As if there was any doubt.
My old friend, this is Grace. She is our muse from the line of Calliope, and it is she who asked for you.
I'm here on behalf of Pan. He owes you a favor? Something to do with...
No, not Pan. Nah, never heard of him.
Asterion, of course you know Pan.
No idea what he'd want. No, sir, no favors. Nah, not this Minotaur.
Minotaur?
There you have it, Grace. I believe now is the time when you leave.
But there must be some mistake.
There is no mistake. Not this time.
Are you sure about that? Because I'm not going.
It is written.
Did you hear that? Pan sends me all this way and Asterion won't even talk to us?
Maybe there's another Asterion?
Yeah, more likely Pan's got me chasing my tail. This was pointless.
Well, I don't think we're getting back inside. Do you have another plan?
I don't know if my powers will even work on Hecate, but it's worth a shot.
Ooh, a musical number. Do you think this one could be... do you hear what I'm hearing?
Oh, you still here? I had to run the entire... Oh, that's a long way, innit? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to send you away, alright? I just couldn't tell you, not in front of Kate.
Why couldn't you... Wait. Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Oh, this is so great. I love this.
I heard what you said about Calliope. I can help you. I really, really can. It has to be you. I am so in love with my dear sweet Kate. I just don't know how to tell her. Please, help me tell her.
I know a song called Hecate. I'm not sure what it means, though. Well, as we've learned, Hecate is the goddess of witchcraft.
Let me get this straight. You're in love with Hecate. That Hecate.
Oh, mate, Kate is...
Mate.
She's just the best. Like, she knows everything and she always smells so good. Like, she's so nice to me and she doesn't even have to be. Oh, we got stuck in the tower together because we can't live in the mortal world. I know I could make her happy. Well, I want to try. Oh, won't you help me?
He seems like a nice guy, but I don't like that I know I could be a good guy attitude. This guy sounds like Wheaton from Portal 2. I know who you're talking about, but I don't remember what he sounds like.
Do you really call Hecate Kate? Off topic, I know, but I have to ask.
Well, sometimes she has to go into the mortal world for a short time and do things for Athena.
Uh-huh. And...
Well, she had to make up a magic disguise, you know, a new identity. And I thought she should give it a proper name.
And you suggested Kate?
Yeah, she really liked it. She said, "Thank you, Asterion."
Are you really the Minotaur? Like, the monster who roamed a maze and ate people?
And is supposed to be dead?
Well, my father locked me up in a labyrinth, but I never ate anyone.
Oh, well, that's good.
Except Theseus. But he was a bellend.
Have you tried, I don't know, talking to her about how you feel? I take that as a no.
I don't have the words. I've tried. Every time, I end up knocking over a table, or killing a cat, or talking about how sometimes meat has that grisly texture I don't like.
You killed her cat? Oh, no.
It was a small cat. I panicked. I'm just not good at words, right? Really not good.
Oh. Dude, someone did that to my cat. They wouldn't be in my house no more.
Okay, so you're in love with Hecate. What is it you think I can do?
A muse knows about poetry and the heart and how to make words beautiful.
Beautiful.
All I want is to ask her, but I need good words. You know, please say you'll help me.
Hecate might say no. You know that, right?
Well, she probably will. I mean, she's Kate. And I'm me. But just once, I'd like to be able to ask her, you know, to say it out loud instead of thinking it. I'll still help you, no matter what she says. I promise.
I do this and you'll help me in return, right?
Athena made Kate swear she's not allowed to say anything about what happens at the tower. But she never made me swear. Maybe she never thought anyone would ask. But I'll tell you, even if Kate doesn't like it, I'll tell you.
If I do this first.
If you help me, any trouble will be worth it.
Oh, that's sweet. Honestly, Athena is very sketchy. Very, very sketchy.
I don't know. Doesn't this feel a little weird?
Which part?
Helping him woo her with my powers.
You heard what Pan said. You can't make anyone do anything they don't want to do. You can only make them say what's in their heart.
Yeah, that's the part I can't do.
I can't say I'm exactly sure what to do.
Can't you just, start the music?
Yeah, but to do what?
Oh, leave that to me. I am so excited about this, I can't even stand it.
What exactly did you have in mind, Freddy?
I'll set up a vibe and you go for it.
I'm not great at words. I'm more of a dancer.
Just speak from the heart. Be honest. You can do it.
You cast a spell on me. Not literally, obviously. But I feel in summary, you and me are meant to be. 'Cause you put a hex on me. You didn't do it to me directly. I'm not blaming you specifically, just that metaphorically. Shit, can someone help me?
It's okay. Okay, what are some of the things you love about her?
Shit.
Hecate, with you there's so much to love. Oh, I'm not saying you're fat.
Did not just say that. Tell her something she doesn't know about herself.
Katie. To me, you know you enrapture.
Ooh, good word.
Is your pallid skin, your lips are so thin, your love of books.
Asterion, I have but one thought. Why is it that you seem so distraught? Are you saying you're in love with me? You couldn't possibly. Really?
You're doing great. Give it another go.
You've cast a spell on me. It's a feeling that's killing me. But let's say categorically, oh Katie, it's just you and me.
I cannot hide from my reality. I can't help but think it's best that you forget me.
No.
I feel so little joy. My want is to destroy. You will come to resent me. I'm truly fond of you. Yet now it appears that you love me. How can you be so sure? What is my allure? Tears are near certain.
I could never make you cry.
It's not my tears I fear. What if I lose you?
Aww.
Couldn't. Oh, I feel so powerless.
Let me be crystal clear. Do you believe this love of yours shall persevere? Despite all it won't face, it won't disappear. My virtues are few, and if we see this through, the pain that we share may be too severe.
Oh, of course she sings my song better than I do. Help me!
Freddy, you gotta step in.
Me?
Yeah, you're just as qualified as I am.
Hecate, I'd say he's really put himself out there. Now he cannot undo. It's a brave thing to do. Wish I had his daring. Well, I'm saying that I've missed out before. Last chances rushed out that exit door. I could never let my heart be heard. And it's withering. Now I'm reconsidering.
I'm tempted, but what you're all telling me is nothing will go wrong, for it's destiny. Have you truly considered this carefully? Black magic takes a toll, and if you lose control, the cost is paid by reality. Is my heart worth everything going amiss? I cannot protect you from the dark abyss. So don't dismiss, just resist.
You think that I don't know the darkness inside of me. You know the stars, but do you remember your history? I love the person I have become. You changed me. Come
Freddy
with
in the
me.
background. There she is.
Come with me. Come with me. Come with me.
Asterion,
Kate?
it seems you've
Yay.
cast a spell on me.
You will not regret this.
Not yet. It is written.
You've cast a spell on me.
To think I shall have my own story.
You cast a spell on me.
And we shall write it together.
You cast a spell on me. A tale of romance and glory. You cast a spell on me. But do we have enough leather? You cast a spell on me.
Yay!
Well, that was diverting. You felt this way the entire time, Asterion, and you said nothing?
I didn't think I was worthy. I mean, look at me. I'm only, you know, half a man.
You have been a devoted friend over the long and lonely years, Asterion. I only wish I had realized sooner we could have been more. As for you, Grace, I thank you for arranging this diversion, however it came to pass.
Wasn't it written?
I don't get it. Didn't you know this would happen? Wasn't it written?
Of course it was. It was also written that I would be unaware of Asterion's feelings until he spoke them to me.
But you knew that.
I follow the rules. It is written.
I'm glad to see someone happy, finally.
That would be me.
Aw.
I am also not displeased by this course of events.
Wow, look at you. Living the wildlife.
Come, Asterion, I wish to speak of this further, and find an appropriate outfit.
What? Huh?
Hey, wait for me outside, yeah?
What?
How long are we supposed to wait? It's been over an hour.
I'm sure it's fine, Grace. I doubt the Minotaur would break his promise. Say, what'd I tell you?
Whew. You still here? I'm sorry. Kate had a lot to say.
Oh, I'm sure.
Everything's okay, I hope?
Oh, yeah. No, it was so wonderful. Kate just wanted to talk about, feelings and that, which, well, neither of us are good at. Right, so, I suppose you want to know how Calliope broke into the reliquary that night.
We heard part of the story from Medusa. She saw Calliope fleeing from the reliquary, bleeding.
And when Medusa ran after her, that's when she ran into you.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But I was also chasing after Calliope. She'd broken in. Why she did? Hecate can't figure out. She didn't touch anything or take anything, but somebody attacked her when she was here.
How do you know Calliope didn't touch or take anything?
Kate knows everything in the reliquary, right down to the last book. She's been looking, but she can't figure if anything was touched. It makes her so mad not to know. And it made Athena pretty mad too.
Athena got involved?
Yeah, when Kate finally told her, Athena wants Kate to keep investigating, but it doesn't look good.
I think Athena did it.
You chased Calliope, but did you ever catch up with her?
No. If I'd have caught her, I'd have brought her back and Kate would have gotten answers out of her. After I ran into Medusa, Calliope was long gone. Only thing I found was Pan's key.
You mean this key? The one Pan gave me?
Yeah. Well, Calliope must have dropped it. I sent it back to Pan.
Athena knows what happened here the night Calliope died?
Yeah, Kate told her a day or so later, I think. We didn't know Calliope died that night, though.
What? Athena didn't mention it?
Nope. Not that that's weird. She's she's not the chatty type, you know. She came in all quiet and cool, wanted to know who was here that night and what Calliope might have wanted. She swore Kate to silence. Not me, though. Guess she's not as smart as Kate.
Ooh, don't say that aloud. She's Athena.
What relics are there? Maybe Calliope was looking for one, but couldn't find it before...
Yeah, that I'm not supposed to say.
Do you have the golden fleece, the shield of Zeus, the sword of Damocles? Is it suspended?
You know a lot about that stuff for a mortal.
So it's all real?
I can neither confirm nor deny any of that. All I know is that nothing got used and nothing got taken.
How could Calliope have gotten Pan's key?
The same way you did, I guess. Pan must have given it to her. There's only a few keys to get into the reliquary. Athena doesn't want the idols to come here much.
And Pan has one. That's odd.
Yeah, so, I made it for him a while back. Different favor.
So, I don't know if any of you guys have seen Once Upon a Time, but Pan is giving me Rumpelstiltskin vibes, where he knows things are going to happen a certain way, and in order for it to be in his favor, he has to influence some of the said people and their fate. So I think it's very interesting that everything is kind of pointing to Pan, but I'm still pretty sure he's a red herring, but he definitely knows more than he lets on.
Couldn't Medusa have been the one who attacked Calliope?
I thought maybe because she was chasing Calliope too. Well, why would she do that? But now I don't know. Medusa never got into the reliquary. I sure never let her in.
Couldn't Medusa have broken in like Calliope did?
Yeah, but I chased Calliope from the reliquary. If Medusa had been there, I would have seen her.
If it wasn't Medusa, who else could have attacked Calliope here? Who had access?
It was just me and Kate. Well, I didn't see anyone that night other than Medusa.
How did Calliope get inside?
Well, she must have snuck in the back way. Where do you think I keep running from? Until the alarms went off, though, we didn't even know anyone was here.
Did you say the reliquary has alarms? Like burglar alarms, cameras?
Oh, no, nothing like that. It just has a lot of protections. You know, magic.
I don't know magic, actually.
Well, it's just meant to keep the dangerous stuff from being touched. That's how Kate knows nothing was touched or stolen. We just don't know what did happen. Yet.
Then Medusa's story checks out. She was here, yeah, but she was never in the reliquary.
And Pan's name popped up. He sent you here, Grace, to do some favor, yet he had to know Calliope came here that night.
Which he failed to mention, for some reason.
For some reason.
If that's all you need, then I have to go. Kate will be so mad if she finds me gone. Good luck, Muse.
You okay there, friendo?
Friendo.
I'm okay. We learned a lot. I just wish I knew why Calliope was here in the first place.
Maybe that's a question for Pan.
If he knows, why didn't he tell me?
One thing at a time, Grace. You'll figure it out. I know you will.
I guess so. Next thing is to go to Pan, confront him.
What an adventure.
Sorry?
You're just lucky, Grace. Luckier than you think. You go do what you have to, and I'll meet you back at the apartment, okay?
We could go talk to Pan, or we can go find Apollo. Just check
Pan! I hope you're here, because I don't know where else to look for you.
Of course I'm here, Grace. Where else would I be but amongst the trees and the wild things? I really must thank...
Thought he was touching something, sorry.
Thank you, by the by. Asterion is simply over the moon, and he's already repaid me with this select tome from the reliquary.
That's why you did all this? Because you wanted some book?
Not just some book, but a tome from the forbidden depths.
I doubt Hecate would be pleased.
Oh, most assuredly not. Neither would Athena, which makes it all the more delicious. I trust you got what you needed? More grist for the mill of your innocence, as it were?
Oh, that's interesting. So the voice of Pan is... Cyborg.
I did. In fact, I have a question. Did you know Calliope was at the reliquary the night she died? You must have, because Asterion returned your key. The one you gave Calliope. The same one you gave me?
That started as a question, Grace, but it didn't appear to end as one.
Is this all a game to you? Lead Grace through the maze? Or is there something more sinister behind it?
The truth is Calliope asked me for the key that night, no questions asked. Why would I refuse her? The truth is also that I have no idea what happened to her there. I wanted you to discover that on your own. I suppose the question at the heart of this is, do you believe me?
I'm trying to, Pan, but you make this really hard.
Ah, yes. Doubt. What a fascinating concept, and an excellent reason to hesitate. Alas, it is my burden to be forever condemned by my idle brethren. I've become accustomed to it. Truly. I've never lied to you, Grace, and I never shall. If you're looking for innocence, however, well, I'm afraid that's one thing I cannot provide.
And if I can't accept that? If I find out you're somehow involved in this?
You'll do what you do, and I'll do what I do, and we'll see where that takes us.
If you're still up for trading favors, I could use more help.
Oh, of course you could. You could live the high life, Grace. Throw caution to the wind. Embrace what you can before you...
Before I die? You don't have any hope for me, do you? You're just taking what you can get before it's over.
I've seen this story many times, Grace. I've told this story many times. And it always ends the same way.
What's the point of even getting to know me then? Right?
Aw. Hey, Apollo. Day 6. I thought we were on day 4. Does that mean we're done with the game? Because we only had a week, right? Or was
It's
it 2
lovely to
weeks?
see you again, Grace. You are always welcome. Is there, something you came to talk about?
Damn it!
No, that's okay. I'll see you later, Apollo.
Damn it. Alright, Grace's apartment. Hey, Hermes.
Hi, Grace. I can just call you Grace, right?
That's my name. Where's Freddy?
She went out to get snacks. We were gonna watch TV while we waited, but, well, here you are.
Oh, I'm so hungry. Dude, my stomach just freaking announced itself. I ate before stream too.
What, you and Freddy are friends now? When did this happen?
When I came looking for you. Friday has this movie that I've never seen. Super cool, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, would you rather not share your mortal friends?
Aw.
Anyway, I guess Athena wants to talk?
Oh god.
I can zip us over to Olympus anytime, if you're free.
Weird.
So this is what you do? Ferry people around?
I'm the god of messengers, baby. Travelers, doorways, any kind of transition, really. The old Hermes said that the transition part made even more sense for me, which, you know, extra cool, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I can connect any 2 doorways anywhere, just like that. So it's super easy to take people wherever. I don't mind.
You mentioned the old Hermes a lot. You knew him?
Yeah, I was homeless for a while. It wasn't a great time, and he took me in. Everyone's on the same journey, he used to say. Only the roads are different. And then he went on his journey. Man, I still miss him every day.
Wait, isn't he still inside you? Aren't you kind of the same person now?
Not yet. It's only been a year. Maybe I'll feel him again one day. That'd be nice.
You say it's easy, but do you like doing all these errands?
Huh. Yeah, I never thought about it. It's nice to have a purpose. Athena is super sweet, and she has a big, important job. Why wouldn't I want to help her out?
You can't be this nice. Are you for real?
Oh, well, the old Hermes used to say that a willingness to serve is more important than a willingness to be served.
Interesting.
Do I have a choice about seeing Athena? I'm not in the habit of being at anyone's beck and call.
I mean, I guess you could say no, but I wouldn't. If Athena wants something, she's gonna get it eventually. She had that look in her eyes, like she really wants to talk to you.
She could always come here. Everyone else does.
Athena entered the mortal world? And now she doesn't do that ever. Can you imagine?
How does Athena manage never entering the mortal world?
She doesn't have to, I guess. Everyone brings her everything she needs. And that creepy owl of hers? Apollo says it's her eyes out in the world. It's everywhere. Watching.
So what, she just never leaves the building?
She'll go to the reliquary and places like that. Just never where mortals are. She wears a toga and calls cars iron horses.
I suppose there's no point in putting it off. Do your thing. Take me to Olympus.
Okay. Oh, when you see Freddie, tell her I'm sorry I couldn't stick around for the movie. And mind if I say something?
Sure.
You've changed. I mean, from the person I met when I first came here. When, you know, you got it together really quick.
Thanks, I guess.
Did the audio give out again? The audio did kick out again. Sometimes you need to think your way out of a problem, right? This is great. Sneaker, smarter, and witty. Let's be smart. But you know what? That is a good place to end it because I need to go to bed. Oh, thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm so sorry I took such a long hiatus. I'll keep the goodbye short because I'm sure you don't want to hear me talk. If you weren't here, this is my new Skyrim tattoo. But, I can't really get it in the camera. Sorry. It's my Skyrim tattoo. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate it. I love this game. Schedule's going to be a little messed up this week, so I'm thinking let's come back around Thursday. Today's Tuesday. Yeah. We'll come back around on Thursday and we'll maybe finish the game up. Who knows? But thank you guys so much for being here. If you don't already follow me, definitely consider giving me a follow. The goal for this year was 200, but I don't think that's going to happen. But it doesn't matter. Anyway, I love you all. Have a great night. I will see you